Hello Math 2, this is video 2 in your series Pac-Man for Polys. And in this video we're going to learn how to multiply polynomials. And we have a little rule, and it says that when we multiply polynomials we add the exponents. So our rule would say if we're multiplying a times a, notice the bases are the same, that's important. If we multiply a to the m times a to the n, that becomes a to the m plus n. So let's see how that sorts out when we have some numbers. Look at the steps right here. Multiply the coefficients. That's a coefficient and that's a coefficient. So we're going to multiply 4 times negative 6 and we get negative 24. Then the next step says to keep the variables. So I have two variables here, x and y, and I'm going to keep those variables. And then I'm going to add the exponents. Notice I have to add the exponents of like variables. So x squared and x to the first. I add the exponents. Becomes x to the third. And y to the third, y to the fifth becomes y to the 3 plus 5 or y to the 8th. Don't get confused and add all of these numbers together. Keep in mind you have to be adding the exponent of like terms. So the answer I want to give to this multiplication problem is negative 24 x to the third y to the 8th. Let's take a look at the second problem. Multiply the coefficients. The coefficient right here is 3, right? Coefficient right here is 1. So 1 times 3 is 3. The next step says keep the variables. So I'm going to write down a, b, and c. And I'm going to add the exponents of like variables. So a to the first plus a to the first becomes, or a to the first times a to the first becomes a to the 1 plus 1. B to the first times b to the fourth becomes b to the fifth. And c to the first times c to the second becomes c to the third. So keep in mind, even though there's no exponent written above these letters, when there isn't one, we assume that it's 1. So the answer I want to give for this problem is 3a squared, b to the fifth, c to the third. Let's look at one more example. In this example, we have a negative coefficient right here. Just like we did in the first example, there's a negative 1 for a coefficient in front of that m to the 6th. And here there's an implied 1. So when I multiply my coefficients, I get negative 1. I keep my variables, m and r. And then when I multiply m to the 6th times m to the 8th, I add my exponents. So this becomes m to the 14th. And again, r to the second times r to the fourth becomes r to the 6th. And I would normally write this without the negative 1. It's not wrong to have it there, but it's customary to write it like this. And there you go. That's the answer to problem number